Uh, Thanks, everybody, and this is just a wonderful turnout. And let me just say right off the top, something of this nature, the Institute, Creativity Labs, could not happen if we do not have support from the top of the organization. But in this university, we have the ultimate support. The president's keen, the provost is keen, the faculty then become keen, and so as a result of their support, we're able to move forward and begin the process of establishing creativity throughout everything that we do. Creativity and its companions, innovation and entrepreneurship, are the principal economic driving forces that make the world go round. If it wasn't for creativity, we would all be back in some cave in Africa, rubbing sticks together, trying to create heat and light. And so everything from those early days to now has been created by human beings, challenging the status quo, as you say, and then making new things possible happen that really end up being ideas that others share and gravitate to. The more creativity we stimulate, the more wealth our nation achieves. And there's just no other way. Creativity is that new thought that others also embrace and then pursue and add to it and so forth. And contrary to popular belief, the wealth of our nation does not come from Washington or Wall Street. It comes from creativity labs throughout this campus and throughout campuses like it. It comes from companies like Air Products and Lutron. It comes from the research and development activities that take part in people's garages or outhouses, as they may be. And of course, this is occurring not only in our country, but throughout the world. The purpose of this Creativity Center is to vaccinate, as Todd said, every student that we can get a hold of with the belief that they are endowed by our Maker to be creative. Everybody has creative talents. The challenge is to expose them to an environment where that talent can come forth and be put to work. And so everybody here in this room is creative, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The center is to stimulate creativity. And the more creativity that Lehigh students demonstrate, the more successful will Lehigh University become. And this will make Lehigh one of the great institutions of the 21st century. We will never solve all of our social problems, but just trying to redistribute an existing economic pie. What we need to do is expand that pie, increase the number of economic driving forces that our citizens can create. And as they do so, we can then add well-being to more people. Creativity exists in everything we do and in every product we use. There is no ultimate end product design that cannot be improved upon. Take a ballpoint pen. Somebody recently discovered the idea of putting a little rubber sleeve with a raised end on the bottom of that pen. And then when you press down on that pen to write your check to Lehigh University, your finger doesn't slip because the raised rubberized surface or plastic surface plus the little limp just prevents your pen. If it was up here, your hand would just slip down. So the point is that there's nothing that we can't improve upon. We've come a long way from that quill pen, but when you now write your check to Lehigh, you can put a carbon on the back of that check, and you can leave an imprint in your file. And so when Lehigh calls you, did you send the check? You have a copy in your file because of a small little invention that took place on a ballpoint pen. So keep writing those checks to Lehigh. We need the money. Each of you can become whatever you want to be. Our future is what we create for ourselves. Asa Packer did this. Steve Jobs did this. Leonard Poole did this. Don Stabler did this. Our plaza outside the alumni building is filled with names who've created new businesses, new enterprises, new products. And so wherever you go, you have the opportunity every day to think about how you can challenge the status quo and make things different. And so I wish all of you really great success.